Okay, we're going to be doing chapter 6 tonight. You're at the end of a Sabbath day here, Saturday. So, chapter 6. My son, if you be surety for thy friend, if you have stricken thy hand with a stranger, you are snared with the words of thy mouth. You are taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art coming to the hand of thy friend, humble thyself and make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provides her meat in the summer, and gathers her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. A naughty person, a wicked man, walks with a froward mouth. He winks with his eyes, he speaks with his feet, he teaches with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity shall come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift into running to mischief, a false witness that speaks lies, and he that sows discord among brethren. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When you sleep, it shall keep thee. And when you awake, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and the reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of the strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with thine eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals, and his feet not be burned? So he that goes into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her, shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore 7-fold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He that doeth it destroys his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the days of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though they'll give him many gifts. Chapter 7. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger with flatter with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and I beheld among the simple ones, discerned among these a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner. He went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lies wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him. With an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Therefore I came to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry and carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I perfume my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the goodman is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips she forced him. He goes after her straightway, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hastes to the snare, and knows not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend unto the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways, nor go not astray in her paths, for she has cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. Pick up on chapter 8 next time. Yeah, I'm going to do these as often as I feel. So, just be ready for a video to pop up anytime. And mostly I'm uploading videos all the time. So. Again, this is what my mother read me every morning before school. That's a real thing to avoid. Think about wisdom, you avoid evil. You know, it shows how much evil you'd be in if you fell for the adulteress. And um, So just know that some girls, they may be pretty, but they're sharp as a two-edged sword and bitter as wormwood at the end. So, I mean, watch who you, make sure you find somebody who hasn't forsaken the guide of her youth. As we've read over the past few days, forgets the covenant of her God, steps incline unto death, and steps take on hold on hell. And I've avoided that for many years. Technically, I committed adultery with I had a boss at KFC. I was 18 and she was 32, and she got me drunk and had sex with me, but she did it to every guy that she hired. Trained him on all the stuff. Kind of made it all about KFC, but then she got him drunk too, underage drinking. But she was married before, and she was divorced, so when you sleep with somebody who's divorced, you're committing adultery. Or marry somebody that's divorced, you commit adultery, as the Lord said. But I kind of got like my sweet slate wiped clean here. I just stayed without having sex or even dating. Not even touching any strange girls or any married women, or not even a hug at Sunday school, or I don't do that stuff because of this scripture here. My whole life is basically founded on this book, and everything that I know is in here, and everything I live by is in here. King James. I don't like how they take out and add and take away from the Bible in the new versions, so I stick to the old King James, just like I read all my life. Kind of ticks me off when people use excuses because they can't understand the King James. Bullshit. You understand me reading the scripture? So, somebody who understands the King James, and like me, who can read it to you. Give me no excuse. Turn to another Bible that takes out part of the Bible and adds whatever it wants to in there. Uses modern terms instead of what it was meant to be. Every word in there in the King James is written for a reason that way. So, it's A couple of scriptures here. We'll pick up on 8 next time. But yeah, the mainstream Bible stuff is all garbage. Mainstream pastor preaching crap. It's all garbage. It's off base. It's not. They use their own ideas, jump to conclusions, and use their imaginations. Using the imagination of their evil, wicked heart. So, read the Bible on your own. Listen to these Proverbs, and I'm going to do more than Proverbs. I'm basically, teach as much. There's endless supply of stuff to teach out of it. And it's always profitable for instruction, reproof, instruction of wisdom. It always will be, in every generation. Just depends on who applies themselves and digs in and finds all the treasures that are in there. Stuff that'll keep your soul from hell. You won't need to say a little prayer to be assured. You'll know in yourself. You have faith. In faith you build your shield. Faith grows by actions of faith. Moving when you don't know it's all going to work out, but moving as if it were already going to be working out. And the more you do that, the more your faith will grow. Every day you can do stuff like that. And even if it starts small, you gotta work your way up to moving mountains, There's levels of faith, there's spiritual levels that you attain and reach by reading the Word and applying yourself to wisdom. And you don't just become a Christian and then start preaching. Start telling your testimony like you did. Oh, well, I was at the church and I prayed this prayer, like, and I was finally a Christian, or, people have testimonies, but what's better, um, getting off by yourself and really listening to God for a long time. And getting away from pastors, getting away from music, getting away from television, getting away from everything. If you really want to find out who God is, that's what you're going to have to do. Because you can't hear about who God is and really know Him. You gotta build a relationship with Him by Him teaching you through His Word. It's His Word in this book. And you can't do that by going to college and learning professors and then setting you out to preach. You're not ready. You haven't done any action. It's like Indiana Jones. If you're gonna be a professor, you gotta be in the action too. Because it's not all about being the smartest guy and knowing this so good that you could cripple all those around you with your knowledge. It's not all about that. It's about applying this to your life and using it, and it's for war, it's for peace, it's for wartime and peacetime. And in wartime, you don't mess around with stuff that doesn't work. You don't mess around with stuff that's not going to get you saved out of that situation you're in. You don't mess around with bullshit that could get you off track anyway, in any way, shape, or form. So, there's a harsh reality, but we all have to endure suffering in this kingdom. And no one's above that. And if anyone's not suffering, they're not truly in the kingdom. They're not entering the kingdom if you're not suffering. You gotta suffer to enter the kingdom. You gotta do things that would get you put on the cross. You gotta do stuff that would get you put on the cross by the enemy. What shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That's when Jesus was telling them to take up their cross. Follow him. He didn't die on the cross for each and every one of us to not have to die on the cross. Now that he died on the cross, now we don't have to. No. He died on the cross to set an example of what we should do. And yeah, hope you hear this tonight and main thing saying before was about Indiana Jones and the professor. He studied in the classroom, and then he went out and did his own research in real life and searched for artifacts. Now, what we do to take action is a little different. It's not go around the world and find the ark or whatever. Because the ark is no more a thing anymore. It was prophesied that it wouldn't be a thing anymore. And then it happened. But there's ways you can participate in the kingdom and warfare and without shooting a gun. It's with words. Words are what wars are settled with words. It's not settled with gunfire. He shot me, now I'm pissed. They shot us, now we're pissed. And no, that doesn't end that way. It ends with talking. But if it's terrorists wanting $1 million and their freedom, it's like, go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. Take them down. Who gives a shit? So, hope you enjoyed this video tonight. Made it a little extra long. But we'll be back with 8 next time. See you later.